Hey everybody, how you doing? It's been a busy start to the season. We're finally getting into harvesting a lot of crops, and we're also starting to get into dealing with a lot of the fun weather that we get to deal with in our neck of the woods. Periods of rain, periods of drought, periods of really hot weather, then weather dipping down to early spring temperatures and so forth. We live in New England and the weather's always changing. But I wanted to talk quickly about soil moisture sensors. And we started using these on our farm probably 3 years ago. And what these are, they're from a company called Watermark. And these are a sensor that gets put in the ground for different crops. And what it does is it monitors soil moisture. And how much moisture, how much water is in your soil, how much it's retaining over lengths of time. And when we're growing really either high dollar value crops or crops that are going to be sitting in the ground for a long period of time, or really any crop, we like to use these so we can monitor how much water our crops have, if we need to irrigate, when we need to irrigate, how much we need to irrigate. So, we have a couple different ways of doing this. One, obviously a rain gauge is really important to know how much rain's falling out of the sky. But when we're going periods without any water, we're getting to the point where it hasn't really rained in about 2 weeks here. So we are now starting to get irrigation going because it's getting dry. So anyways, these are soil moisture sensors. They get put in the ground at different depths. Right now we are putting soil moisture sensors in our Brussels sprouts. This is one of the first settings. Most brassicas we're going down about 18 inches because that's where the root zone is going to fluctuate down to. So we've got a handy dandy soil core here. We got it labeled down to 18 inches. And what we're going to do is we'll poke that through the ground. And then all we're going to do is put this sensor down through that core. And the really important thing is you want this to get all the way to the bottom. And then you want to pack dirt around that core so it's a tight sealed space, if you will, just like undisturbed soil. And then typically you want to go through and maybe splash some water in that hole just to really seal it up and make it tight. But we've got a little reader, which I'll show in another video, of reading these. And we have a lot of soil disease in our area with certain crops. Phytophthora is a big issue, and so really managing the amount of water the crop needs and not overwatering for a plethora of reasons: disease, fertilizer leaching or nutrient leaching, and so forth. So these things they're about $30 a piece, but they last a good number of years as long as you keep them clean and you don't damage them at all. So anyways, we got ours in here, right here in the ground, and it just has a couple little wires that you can plug into either like an automated system or like I said, I just have a little handheld reader that will tell me the amount of moisture that is in our soil. I really recommend putting something to mark where the heck you put them, because they're green, and if you're growing around a crop or green, which most plants are green, you're going to lose them. And you don't want to lose them because you want to know where they are. You don't want to damage them, and you want to be able to check them easily. So I'm in, this is a half-acre section. We've got another half-acre section right next door. So I'm going to put one in that section so we can monitor different stages of growth and different plant development, and making sure these crops are getting the amounts of water they need throughout the season, especially for these guys, which won't be harvested for at least another 3 months. We want to make sure that they've got as much as they need to give us a nice, beautiful, healthy crop. So anyways, irrigation is important, soil moisture is important, and crop health is important, and one of those key things is water. So yeah, let's go get the other one in.